each and everyone. I'm so glad that the schedule of my talk is after snacks time, so that means you guys have the energy to listen to me, and I hope you will learn a thing from me or two. You will learn a thing or two from me, rather. So today I will be discussing or sharing my insights about how we can leverage social media for business growth. Of course, we always start with an introduction, right? My name is Lorraine, and I am a licensed teacher by profession. These were my students before. I was a kindergarten teacher. I took a Bachelor of Elementary Education major in special education, but I wasn't able to practice special education because after I graduate, I instantly taught in a general education classroom setting. So I was assigned in the kindergarten department. And I only had 1 year of teaching experience because I had an accident, which then was more of like a blessing in disguise, which led me to becoming a social media manager. So here's what happened. I was on my way to school, and the school bus was waiting for me. It was a rainy day, and unfortunately, I was hit by a motorcycle. So if you guys can see here, I have a scar, and I had to be operated. So I was so shocked because I was hit, but then I did not get any bruises, no wounds, nothing. I just felt like, oh, I have to go to school. I have to go there. My students are waiting for me. And I have to finish checking their papers, calculating their scores, everything that the teacher does. And so my parents told me, before you go back to school, how about we have you get an x-ray first? I was like, okay. So we went to the hospital, and unfortunately, my elbow was fractured. Yeah. So the doctor said that you have to be operated, you cannot go to school, you cannot teach your students, you cannot go back yet. So knowing that me as a hardworking person and very dedicated in teaching and helping my students, I was thinking more of them than thinking myself. So I was like, okay, I have to finish the operation quick so that I can go back to school. And I had the operation. Another unfortunate thing is that we were not supported by our school. So the bill came up like 100 to 150,000, and I had no money back then. Like, I cannot afford that. So I asked help from our school. Can you please help me with my bill? It's so big, I don't have the money. Unfortunately, they say, no, sorry, you don't have insurance. We can't help you. We can only give you cash advance. So that was the moment that made me realize this job isn't for me. I am not for teaching. I do have a big heart for children, for students, but I need to put myself first. I need to prioritize my health. So then after the school year finished, I said to my parents, Ma, pa, dili na ako mag-teacher. Wala na niya ako lisensya. I'm so tired of teaching. I am undervalued, I'm underpaid, I'm overworked and everything. So good thing is they're so supportive, and they just said, okay, whatever it is, whatever decision you have, it's fine, it's okay. So every night I pray, God, please give me one life-changing opportunity. This is the only prayer I always pray every night. God, please, tagay ko, usa lang jud, and I will do my best to be good at it. I will do my best to have a career in it. And then one day, I saw an ad from, I'm not sure if you're familiar, from the Freelance Movement tribe. It's from Jan Pagulayan's tribe. And it made me discover that freelancing is possible. It made me discover that, oh, I can earn money working from home, online, anywhere. So I was thinking, is this the answered prayer? Is this an answered prayer? Is this the solution to my problem? I did not think, I just did. So I joined the tribe, and fast forward to now, I am now a social media manager. I am helping 10 clients internationally, helping them with their social media goals. And now I'm a social media manager, a mermaid by heart. I love free diving. Since the work that I am doing right now gives me a lot of time, it gives me the freedom to travel and go anywhere. And so this is what I'm doing right now. So, there are only 3 things I want you to remember from my talk, because I know you guys already have heard a lot of talks already. And as a teacher, I know that not everything will be retained. I know that you cannot remember everything. So my goal here is for you to remember only 3 acronyms. Close, open, ABC. Can you please repeat after me? Close, open, ABC. All right. So, C. In order for us to leverage social media, the first thing that we have to do is to comprehend your audience. Now, what do we mean by that? So, let's say, for example, you would want to help people. You would want to help a business. But before we do that, we have to understand, who are they helping? Who do you want to serve? The solution that you have, who has that specific problem? So this is also the part wherein we do the market research. Can you please raise your hand if you already have done a market research before? Okay, so a market research, basically, it studies more of your target audience. So let me give you an example. I had a dog trainer client before. So he is from America, and he is a dog trainer. Basically, he goes to different states, and then he helps dog owners, dog moms, dog dads, and help them to understand and communicate more of their dogs, because a lot of their dogs don't really know how to behave, or like when they walk their dog, the dog bites another dog, the dog bites the owner, and the other problems. So when we identify the audience, who will be his audience? Obviously, the audience would be dog owners. Obviously, the audience would be the target audience would be people who have pets, people who cannot understand, people who cannot communicate well with their pets. So that's step 1, right? We understand the market, we understand the audience, we understand their behavior. Are we going to target females? Are we going to target males? Are we going to target teenagers? Are we going to target old ones? Are we going to target students? Or are we going to target professionals? Are we going to target those who can only afford this much, or those people who can afford so much? Next, L is to leverage the right platforms. Now, we know there are a lot of platforms right now, and majorly for social media, we have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and others, right? Now, since we already have identified the first one, which is the target audience, now we understand, where do they hang out? Where can we find them? Why is it important? Because this is where we keep on posting. This is where we dish out content. So going back to my client, who was Tom, a dog trainer, a lot of his target audience would hang out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Why? Because they want to watch reels. They want to watch short form videos. Why? Because they want to be educated. And what better way for them to be educated is through videos. So it's very important to know where are they hanging out, because this is where your strategy would revolve, which is the next one. Organize your content strategy. Now, there would be no social media if there would be no posts, right? You would not know that there is WordCamp, there is this kind of event without social media. Do you guys agree? Yeah. So, since we know that we already know the market, we know the target audience, we know where they're staying. So then this is the time wherein we plan, we strategize the type of content that we dish out. So, going back to Tom, I'm always going to go back to Tom so that you will understand and there's a flow of comprehension here. Going back to Tom, Tom is a dog trainer. So what kind of content are we going to dish out? It would be more of educational posts. And it would also be dependent on the social media goals. So let's say, for example, he wants to have more sales because he was selling an electronic collar. Are you familiar with electronic collars? No. Yeah, it is a taboo here. So electronic collars are collars that you put around your dog's neck, and then whenever they misbehave, you just press something and they get electric shock. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds violent, but it's like very, I don't know how you call it, but hinay ra siya. Yeah. The intensity is not so much, but then it's enough for them to, oh, this is something I should to modify their behavior. So since that was a controversial product, but then a lot of the dog owners have that pain point, like how can I make my dog's behavior okay? How can I modify his? Why does he keep on barking? Why is he aggressive? Why is he misbehaving? So we educate them through our posts. At the same time, posts about addressing their objections, like myths and other things, other negative things about electric collar. Those are the things that we post. Also, testimonials. So basically, whatever social media goals there is, that would be the determining factor of what kind of posts and what kind of content plan you would have. Also, it also talks about the different types, wherein like we have photos, statics, graphics, videos, and other things. So once you're done with planning your content strategy, then we spark engagement and build community. So we already post, right? The content strategy is there, the plan is there, we're already posting. But do you think posting is enough? No. Yeah, that's right. It's not enough because there has to be engagement. We have to build a community. This is a community that we have right now, right? So let's say, for example, we just saw a post from WordCamp, and we commented on something like, oh, is this good for beginners, or is this something that's good for me? What if nobody comments back? You wouldn't trust the brand. You wouldn't trust the post. You wouldn't have the understanding that, oh, this account doesn't understand me. This account doesn't want me to be part of their event because there's no one who comments back, right? So another thing I would like to give as an example is, again, with Tom. So he has an exclusive group. It's paid, but he also has a free one. So with the free group, everybody, all of the dog owners, they post all of their questions, right? Like, oh, my dog is 1 month old. Is he already okay to use the e-collar? Or my dog is like this and like that. Can I have another dog, but then my other dog always bites the other dog? What should I do? So they give value through building communications. And when the time would come wherein Tom would say, hey guys, I'm going to have a paid membership group and it has more value. You will get more access to me. There will be more in-depth understanding and then explanation. People would have no restrictions of like, oh, I don't want to buy, because with the free group, they already have the attention. They already receive the help. So they would know if they buy and they join the paid one, it would be more beneficial. There would be value. So that's why it's very important to have engagement and to build the community. It's for them to trust and know that you will really be there to help them. Now, we always know that reports are very important. So it is during this part wherein we already have the strategy, we've been posting, we've been building connections, we've been engaging. At the end of every month or every bi-weekly or depending on what you talked with your business partner or your clients, you would have metrics to know if your strategy is effective or not. So let's say with Tom, he would want to have more sales, right? But social media will not help him get more sales. It's through conversion. So it's more of like a funnel. People see the posts, they click on the post, they see the call to action, the CTA, and then the CTA would say, comment 50 to get 50% off, or click the link in my bio or something like that. So basically, if the metrics are already given and there are website links, there's website profile visits and things, and the other things that are very technical that I really cannot specifically say. But it's very important to measure because you would know if your strategy is correct, if your strategy is right, or you can tweak a little, or you really have to change everything. That's why it's so important. Now we're done with close. Let's go to open. How I use social media to close clients. Now, that specific point of view was for us helping our clients. But this one is the point of view of me as a social media manager reaching out to clients. So basically, you guys can also implement this on your own. If you want to be a social media manager, or maybe not even the social media manager, a freelancer, anyone else with different skills, but this is really something that you should do. Okay, so, all right, let's start with open. Optimize your profile. Unfortunately, my screenshot is not clear, but okay, there. So here, I put here Hey K Media. Actually, my name is Lorraine K. So I put media because of SEO reasons. So also there is SEO on Instagram. Let's say I am a business owner. I don't have time to create content. I need someone. I need help. So they search social media managers on Instagram. There is a chance my name will appear on top because I use the word media, right? So you can also use that as your Instagram name. You can use social or anything that's very high when it comes to the SEO rankings. So depending on what your offer is. But mine as a social media manager, I put Hey K Media. Next, I put here what I am helping them with or who I am. So I put, it's not clear, but it's social media manager / virtual assistant or copywriter, ad strategist, or email designer, or whatever it is that you do. Because again, Instagram is already doing SEO, so when they look for people, they can just search the entire keyword, and once it's in your profile, you will have a high chance of ranking high. Next here, I put in my bio. So in your bio, you can put your help statement. What is a help statement? A help statement is what you're doing, how you can help, who do you help, and how do you do it, right? So I really cannot memorize my bio, but it's what I put there. And then lastly is the call to action. So let's say someone visited my profile and then they know, yeah, she is a social media manager. Yeah, she does know how to create content, but how do I book a call? How do I start working with her? So that's the time you add here your link or your website or your form or your Calendly link or whatever it is that will help you discuss or talk with your potential clients. And then there are also highlights here. Who here are familiar with the parts of a website? Not all, okay. But with website, there are different pages, right? Like services, packages, about me, location, blah, blah, blah. So basically, the highlights that you have, you should treat it like your pages. So I have here results, basically the screenshots or proof that whenever someone would visit my profile, they click on that highlight, they would see, oh, she already gave results to this client. Oh, she increased the sales, she increased the impressions, the reach, and things like that. Also, I have here about me. Basically, when they click on that one, they would see what I do, how I help the people, how I help business owners. There are also sample works. What are the kind of graphics I create? What are the kind of videos I create? What kind of content do I create? Is it appealing for them? Is it appealing for them? Is it something that, fits their brand voice? And then I also have here other things, which it's not clear, but more of like just showing proof and letting them know that I am legit. Okay. Oh. commercial from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. EST. So I am being proactive here, right? If you see, napatagad ko, right? I really want her to notice me because she has like 50,000 followers and I know she has a lot of messages. So in my mind, I can be annoying, but I have nothing to lose, right? She has to know that I am willing to help. I want to help her. And if we always come from a place of help, we won't feel that we are being annoying. She replied, "Hi Kay, did you see my ad on Online Jobs PH? I like a go-getter. You're the second person who took the initiative to actually find me. I like that. Let's talk around Friday afternoon." So I felt happy because, I thought I was being annoying, but then she found that I'm a go-getter and then she appreciated that I reached out first. Next, I engaged and then I followed up because I know she's very busy and I know, again, 100 other people are applying for her and there's another person who reached out to her. So there's a direct competition. So she has to know that I am not just proactive, but I am also engaging and I make follow-ups. So I told her, "Hi Elise, just reminding you of our meeting at 5 p.m. See you." "Hi, yes, see you soon." And then from there, so basically my process when I close deals is I have a discovery call, and during that discovery call, I find out what are their problems, what are the things that I can give them like a quick win. And then in our next call, it's more of like a strategy call wherein I create presentations and the strategy that I would be applying to her business. So I told her, "Hi Elise, sure thing. I'll prepare a presentation for tomorrow's meeting. Can you tell me the specific time?" So basically, this is our second call. And what I did here is I nurtured by providing value. At the back of my mind, I don't care if she's going to choose me. It's just that I really like her business and I really want to help her. Even if she won't get me and she just used the strategy that I will be presenting to her, it's totally okay. But providing value is super important. So not everyone, even the other person that she talked with did not prepare the presentation, did not use any document or anything. So when I talked with her, she was so impressed, like, "Whoa, it's so amazing to know that you designed this presentation, you created this one, blah, blah, blah." The other person I talked with was just talking with me. She was just asking questions and like this and like that. And then she saw the value that I was giving her. So then she would know that I would really be helping her because even if I'm not paid to do this, I am still doing this. So basically that's open, right? So here it's to end my talk. 3 things you should keep in mind. Again, ABC, adapt and focus on what you can control. So going back to people who would reach out to clients, who would use onlinejobs.ph to get clients. Don't be sad if they won't respond back. Don't be sad if you're not going to close clients after 2 weeks of doing it, after 2 days of doing it, because it's out of your control, right? Even with your clients' businesses, if you post and you don't get engagement, you don't get likes, you don't get comments, don't be sad because it's out of your control. What you can focus on is something that you can control. Oh, you did not close leads, you did not close deals, you apply more, you reach out to more businesses. Oh, the strategy did not work, you create better strategies, right? Because to be honest, being a social media manager is never easy. It's not easy. Build and constantly provide value. Again, if we're coming from a place of help, and if in our hearts we just want to help and provide value to businesses, they might not get you right now, but you will be on top of their minds. 5 months from now, 6 months from now, they would need your help. And the first name that would be on top of their minds would be you, because you already provided value. That's so important. Lastly is continue to cultivate and keep on planting. Again, this is not a one-night success. Always plant seeds, and in the right time, you'll be able to harvest them. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys will have a great day.
Okay, diba? I remember. What is your question?
Miss Lorraine.
Yeah, so for social media, I think, I'm not sure if everyone knows or is most know that the algorithms change frequently. So my question is, what's the best way to keep up with it, aside from probably checking some blogs or official posts from sources? Is there a system that we can use so that we can keep up with these changes?
Okay, so if I understood it right, apart from Meta themselves directly giving us the updates, right? Yeah. So I would say if you would understand or you would be updated with the social media trends and the updates if you have your own social media account and you apply it to yourself, to your own account. So let's say, for example, I have my own account, I post consistently, and then suddenly I noticed that, oh, before this feature was not here. Like in the story, there is no sticker, or like, oh, why did they change the arrangement, or why did they change the order, right? So if you don't follow the big accounts or the influencers or like industry leaders, meta creators, their CEOs and things like that, if you don't follow them and if you don't subscribe yourself to important emails and newsletters from coaches for Instagram and other social media marketing platforms, then you wouldn't know. But you would know because you're implementing and you're using the strategy yourself because you have your own social media. And that's important as a social media manager.
Okay, and then is there like a system that I'm not sure if there's a system out there that we can use to improve the standing of the social media page out there, besides, the human intervention, doing the research and checking everything that's going on. Is there like a system that will do it for us? Can we
What do you
use
mean by system? Like a
can we use
platform?
AI? Can we use, a different system? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of an example. Maybe there's a system that, that would check that, hey, this specific post is not doing well. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you have suggestions or.
Yeah, actually, AI really can complement and supplement your strategies as a social media manager. In terms of you knowing if your strategy is working or not, you would greatly dependent on the KPIs that you have set, right? So again, with the social media, you just don't post because you want to post. There has to be a goal. So let's say you want to increase brand awareness. There will be different sets of KPIs for that. You want to increase the conversion, then there's also a different set of KPIs for that. You want to increase the leads, you want to increase this and that. So there will be different KPIs for that. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
My name is John. I'm the next speaker. I'm a web developer for 14 years using WordPress, and I'm trying to transition into digital marketing. And I've helped a real estate developer client from Mindanao to generate leads from Facebook ads. Now, my question is, how do you make the client understand that as a lead generation expert or the lead generation team, or your expertise lie in lead generation and not closing, but then their closers or their sales department or whoever they're trying to do the job in closing those leads fail? How do I make him understand that it's a different part of the job and it's not my expertise, but he's really trying to, maybe he trusts me more now because he's seen that I've generated leads for him. So how do I explain to him that that's not actually part of my goal as a lead generation expert rather than a closing expert, a salesperson?
Okay, I just want to know if I understood your question right. So he has a team of people who are doing lead gen, and then you run an ad for him which gave results to get more leads. And then he wants you to do and to lead the lead generation team since you have more results compared to the team that he has, right? Yeah, sales. So they're getting leads instead of closing sales. So they must be doing something wrong because when you are assigned in the sales department, of course you're assigned to be closing deals, right? There's a different team for leads.
Yeah, and my question is, how do I convince him that that's not part of my skill set, you know? But he's trying to, make me do that side of the job as well. Like, he trusts me more than he trusts the guy who he hired for sales.
Okay, sorry, but the ads is for what? Yeah,
Real
real
estate.
estate for what? Getting leads?
Yeah. I run the ads.
So
Basically,
why did you say that's not part of what you do
because
since
I'm not a salesperson, you know.
But you're just getting leads, you're not closing the deal.
Yeah, exactly. So
He wants you to close the deal?
yeah, exactly. So how do I convince him, or how, if ever I take on the job, what will I do, like, to make sure that, well, you trusted me first. I told you that I'm not a closer, I'm not a salesperson. I can generate you leads because I know digital marketing, but I'm not a salesperson.
I think you can be transparent with him, right? Like, if there is genuineness and conviction with what you're saying, that I care for your business and I care for myself. If you're going to force me to be the head of the sales department, I'm not going to be helping you with all my heart because this is not what I'm good at. And I'm just very focused on giving more results to your business, which is I would be doing leads and not closing them. So as a business owner, if someone would explicitly say that they can't be good at what you want them to do, then of course they won't let you do it.
All right. So thank you so much, sir. And yes, Ms. Lorraine, thank you for answering the question.